Guys, I told you this time XRP will continue going higher than ever before. If you don't jump into this ship right now, you will likely lose the chance to become the next crypto millionaire. XRP is headed straight to the moon, and that's all thanks to the tireless work of Ripple and its tech team. From the beginning, this coin didn't show any signs of slowing down, and it's about time to take its rightful place. XRP was always meant to lead the crypto community, but everyone ignored the signs. Now it's unfolding right in front of our eyes. Hello there, and welcome to Moneyside, your favorite crypto channel. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way you get the latest crypto news. To my Moneyside gang, welcome back. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video and send some comments down below. All right, straight down to business. I read an article that broke down the SEC versus Ripple case, and I thought it worth sharing. The article was posted on Coinquora.com. And it reads, XRP seems to be on a roll, reaching new highs in light of the bullish crypto market recently. However, this begs the question, is the SEC done with Ripple? XRP's parent company Ripple was tangled in lawsuit troubles ever since the SEC opened up a case against the global payments company. It accused Ripple of offering unregistered securities up to the amount of $1.3 billion starting in 2013. The dispute, which began in December of last year, has really ended up nowhere, but has done much to damage XRP's reputation. In spite of this, its market cap has risen to levels where Ripple can just pay up tokens to settle. However, one reason why Ripple needs to follow through with the lawsuit has been because of its biggest competitor, SWIFT. The Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication does large-scale transactions across 11,000 financial institutions in more than 200 countries. In order to combat that, Ripple needs to make sure global banks, treasuries, etc. want to work with it. Resolving the case and attaining a compliant status with regulators is the only way. As is obvious, the current controversy led to a big dip in the token's price, but now the token is going up at a fast pace. This week alone, the token has risen by 57.8%. Spurred by the market uptrend recently, XRP's unique features as a token are contributing a lot to its growth. Ripple is also benefiting from the new development in the above-mentioned lawsuit from the SEC. Yesterday, the SEC refused to hand over evidence discovery documents to Ripple's defense team, despite the judge's insistence. To add to this, it seems that the lawsuit has gotten Ripple more media attention. As such, the company successfully converted a PR nightmare into a crucial marketing endeavor. It got the support of many important firms recently. This includes GME Remittance, one of the largest non-bank remittance service providers in South Korea, which joined Ripple's RippleNet. Before this, Japan's money transfer provider SBI Remit also teamed up with mobile payment service Coins.ph and SBI VC Trade Exchange to carry payments from Japan to the Philippines through Ripple. I found this article quite interesting because it highlights most of the things that have been unfolding in the XRP space. Now, as the article suggests, Ripple's PR team was successfully able to turn a complete nightmare into their advantage, and the coin has been witnessing substantial gains recently. But as I've always said, this coin was always meant to be at the top. The only difference now is that most people are beginning to realize it, which wasn't the case when it was dipping. That's why it's always crucial to follow the news and not the crowd. If you did follow the news and watched out on how Ripple was behaving, you could have seen this coming. I'm happy because most of my Moneyside gang are currently in profit since we've been riding this wave from the beginning. But for any newbie out there, here's your chance to gain a good profit because XRP's bullish price movement has just begun. We may witness a slight price correction, but that's only so that it can soar even higher. You only have this one chance before this coin becomes too expensive for you. Another reason why you should jump onto the XRP train is because of the CBDCs section. According to a tweet they shared, CBDCs have the power to unleash the next wave of financial inclusion and innovation. Are you ready for the new era of finance? Discover how CBDCs could allow policymakers to design customized and precise support options for individuals and communities. That's something I've always talked about on this channel. CBDCs will soon take over the crypto space, and that will potentially make a new wave of millionaires. Ripple.com also shared an article on the same, saying, proponents of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs often point to the additional fiscal policy options that CBDCs enable, such as efficient stimulus payment delivery. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted this weakness in the U.S. financial system when the government struggled to deliver CARES Act payments quickly to those in need. As a result, the banked population with higher incomes quickly received their stimulus payments, while the unbanked and underbanked population, those in the most need of financial relief, were at the end of the line. A CBDC could not only transform stimulus payments, but it could also enable unlimited fiscal policy options. Depending on a CBDC platform's structure, CBDCs could be deposited directly into digital wallets nearly instantly. In the model where citizens had accounts at their central bank, stimulus payments from the central bank could be delivered in seconds, assuming adequate Know Your Customer KYC checks were in place at a national level. In the indirect two-tier model, where commercial banks remain central to the financial system, stimulus via CBDCs could still be faster than today's model. Regardless of the CBDC platform structure, the potential fiscal policy options that CBDCs unlock is impressive. Just as food stamps today act as a targeted solution for food insecurity, specially tailored CBDCs could do the same in the digital sphere. Thus, CBDCs could be tagged for certain goods and services. For example, a government could create CBDCs that are targeted specifically to help a family make a home rental payment. CBDCs could allow policymakers to design more customized and precise support options for individuals and communities nationwide. CBDCs could also be tailored to help stimulate the economy at a more macro level. If stimulus payments, for example, are designed to boost demand in the economy, time-bound CBDCs can encourage consumers to spend their money before it disappears and jumpstart the economy. In the case of the CARES Act, time-bound CBDCs could have incentivized Americans to spend their stimuluses faster, further accelerating the economic recovery. Region-specific CBDCs could be created to help stimulate economies at a local scale, such as if a typhoon devastated a specific city. CBDCs could also be linked to specific industries that have received government support or subsidization in the past, such as farming, green energy, or AI technology. Finally, specially tagged CBDCs could also be used for foreign aid to track spending and ensure aid is effectively distributed. While the numerous stimulus options that CBDCs create are potentially transformative, they are still just that, options. The technology behind CBDCs may enable additional economic policy options, but it is up to government policymakers to decide to issue CBDCs and to debate the merits of the new economic toolset before them. We at Ripple believe that governments should enable CBDCs to their fullest capabilities to support their constituents and unleash the next wave of financial inclusion and innovation. Guys, you should have already seen the signs. This coin is clearly equipped for the next phase of the cryptocurrency community. On top of that, it has the framework to handle even CBDCs. In fact, several central banks are already working with RippleNet to structure the pilot study of CBDCs. And you know what? These banks have incorporated the cross-border, low-cost RippleNet into their system. That will speed up their cross-border transactions and eventually lead to the addition of cryptos into the fiat world. The only current problem is the SEC, and now it's like this regulatory body is losing the fight. I believe the SEC is now torn between exposing their dirty linen and the flaws in their company or go with the settlement. I don't think the SEC would rather expose their misconduct to the world just to take down Ripple. Therefore, the reason why this court case is now slowing down is because they might be in talks to settle this outside the courtroom, or simply Ripple will only get a slap on the wrist for sale of unregistered securities. When that happens, this coin will shoot to the top like never before. So if you haven't already, stock up on XRPs so you can become the next millionaire. That said, let's take a look at the technical analysis. XRP is going to make parabolic moves to break out beyond its previous all-time high of 2018. There's a lot of speculation on the $10 to $15 for short-term targets. Following a massive pump, we should see price collapse and retest the then old all-time high area of around $3.50. I will update you with new ideas as this story progresses. Interesting times lie just ahead. XRP has been one saga to follow over the years. It has produced famine and fortune. Again, we are looking at a potential setup that could send us to test and possibly break the old 2018 all-time high. I mean, if you're following XRP similar to my path, you're expecting it to break that old all-time high. However, negativity surrounding the lawsuit and regulations looms amongst the talking points. But doesn't negativity seemingly always loom around? I mean, could you escape it realistically? I don't think so. However, there is always the option to ignore it. Big risk brings big rewards, guys. And remember, as always, trade safely. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comment section below, and let's start a conversation. Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to like this video and to click on that subscribe button below. Turn on notifications, that way you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we'll see you in our next video.